Oh damn, we live. Alright. Wait a little bit, let some people roll in. We'll get this fucking show on the road. Oh. Get my notes out and ready. Got quite a bit to talk about today. Well, a little bit anyway. Wee things. Where the fuck's my lid? There it is. Oh. Meh. These morning coffees, anyway, these are like, I don't know. These ones won't always be like some in-depth thing, you know what I mean? It's just like an extra video for folks to watch, or if they're around when it's live and everything like that. Raise my chair up again. But yeah. I don't know. These ones aren't always going to be like fucking in-depth and everything, because like, it's 10 a.m. Eastern. I've been up for a bit, but like, I don't know, mentally, still not quite awake, I feel. But either way, we're just going to talk about some random shit. I got some notes. So we good. I don't know. Not everything can always fucking be in-depth and serious anyway. If that's how it was, this channel would get fucking boring. At least for me. I don't know. Looking very juvacious today, good sir. Thank you very much. I always can get confused. I never know what to throw out. But either way, Jake, what's going on, my brother? Morning coffee. I'm just gonna get this shit underway. Theme song! Morning coffee, morning coffee, morning coffee with Juvy, you bitch. God, I fucking love that. Chillaxing before the grind. Good stuff. Alright, let's get this one out of the way. My house hunting chronicles. So, the last places I was talking about with like the double-sided fireplace and shit, didn't end up getting that. This morning I saw a place. I shot them a message and everything. It's really dope, actually. 3 bedrooms plus an plus like a fourth, like for like an office or whatever. So, you know, like instead of like fucking filming in my bedroom and like having all this stuff like kind of like crowd my bedroom up, I could actually have like my own office space. Good fucking movie, by the way, Office Space. But yeah, this one's dope too. I didn't even know, like the basement's all finished. They have like a little bar, which I'm probably gonna make into like a smoothie bar or something, because I don't drink like ever. But this place also has a fucking fireplace, so that is dope. Cause I don't know, ever since I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like anytime you have like you randomly like get a rich friend in your life. Well, I guess for the folks that like, you know, were like the kind of like, I guess I don't want to say like poor kids, but like, you know, you weren't the rich kids. I was one of them. But then like you like meet one of these like rich kids or something like that. Every one of their fancy fucking houses had a fireplace. So I don't know. For me, that's like one thing that I would love to have one day in a house. And it just seems like the past 3 houses that I've either like shot a message to or went and looked at have had fireplaces. So that's pretty dope. And this place, like from the pictures and everything, this place is really nice too. And it's like, if I walked from my house here, if I walked from my house to like the house I applied to or like shot a message to this morning, it's like a 10-minute walk. Hamilfet, what's going on, brother? Love y'all. But yeah, so yeah, that's what's up in the House Hunting Chronicles. Shot a message to a new house today. 3 bedroom plus office, finished basement, fireplace. Come on. Location. But yeah, no, it's dope too. And it always works out that I'm like within walking distance of a Tim Hortons. That is one Canadian stereotype that I definitely do have. I love my coffee. I love my Timmies. What can you do? You Americans go to fucking Dunkin' Donuts or whatever the fuck you guys have. Or Starbucks, if you're that kind of person. Yeah. All right. So, fucking man. Sometimes you find a new a new artist, like musician, whatever, and it's just like you sit there and go, why the fuck no Starbucks, just cocaine? Yeah, obviously. What? But yesterday, I didn't discover, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I found a new. Now I'm on Storms booted me off. Ah, fucking storms. That's why you don't live in Florida, man. It's like you go from like a nice day and then bam, fucking tropical storms. God. Not to like, man, growing up, I thought like I thought Florida was like just like Disneyland and like shit, like beaches like that. Cause like, I don't know, man, that's all I ever saw, like, was those commercials and shit, or like even Saved by the Bell. I feel like I might be wrong on that, but I feel like when they worked at a beach, it was in Florida. Might be wrong on that, but either way, with fucking Florida, man, like then I saw those cocaine cowboys documentaries, and I was like, man, what the fuck's going on in Florida? Y'all got a lot of cocaine and shit, drugs and shit going on in there. Actually, Narcos Season 3 is going to be taking place in Florida. Like, some of it, anyway. Bayside High, that's what's up. But yeah, Narcos Season 3 is going to take place in Florida. Because honestly, like, that's where, like, all the cocaine went to the USA. It was, like, through Florida and, like, went from there, I guess. Like, I don't know. Florida went from, like, all Disneyland and Mickey Mouse to fucking cocaine cowboys for me. But yeah, anyway. So this musician that I found yesterday, Emily King. Man. She had, like, I don't know, I can't even describe, like, really, like, what it is. It's, like, so her song Georgia and BYIMM means by you, I mean me. It's actually a really awesome song. But yeah, Georgia was the first one I heard. And then I heard another song called Down. And those, man, like, I don't know. Her voice, the way she sings it, it's just, they're really, really different. And I like it. Well, they're different from what I usually listen to, I should say. But yeah, Emily King. Check her out if you guys want. Some new music for your earbuds. Okay, we gotta talk about fucking Thor Ragnarok. One, there's some cool shit. We're gonna talk about the Hulk first. So, Thor Ragnarok takes place 2 years after Age of Ultron, and Bruce has been stuck as the Hulk for 2 years. So there's been no Bruce Banner for 2 years. That's why, like, in the trailer, he had, like, the first words you hear from Bruce Banner, he's asking, where are we? But this brings up a very, like, interesting thing. Because apparently we're never going to get a solo Hulk movie. It's not going to happen. So basically they're taking a lot of stuff from Planet Hulk and putting it into, like, Thor Ragnarok. Which, I don't know. I don't know. It's hit and miss with me, you know what I mean? But one thing I would really, really want to see, we've seen it in the comics and everything, but, oh snap, the Hulk is pretty pissed. Probably, man. He is down to fucking smash things. We're actually going to talk a little bit more about it because there's a couple scenes. But there's one thing I really want to, I wish they would do in the movies. In the comics, we see, like, the reason Hulk was, like, able to speak was because he was able to, like, push Bruce Banner back and, like, get him to fucking stop talking. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a Jekyll and Hyde. If, like, Hyde can hear Jekyll in his head and vice versa. But, like, in the comics, you actually see these moments where, like, Hulk and Bruce are, like, they're in, like, Bruce's mind or whatever, but they're having these conversations together. And they're, like, it's fucking crazy because you actually get to, like, you see actually, like, how the Hulk feels about Bruce and how Bruce feels about the Hulk, and fucking just do it in the movies, man. Like, I don't know. That's one thing that, like, Marvel's fucked up. They, like, okay, it's like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, like, they have their lineup of heroes, and they're bringing other people in, like Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever. But like other than that, like they're cutting out so many great fucking like storylines and so many great moments from the Marvel universe. That like are like you can have Captain America and everything. You can have Captain America and Punisher like fucking staring at each other, but like no, we're never gonna see that. I don't know. Marvel's gotta. I think Marvel kind of fucked up with the way they like did their movies, but for the model that they did their movies in, like it's working for them. If you, like you're a fan of them, so what can you do? But other thing. Oh yeah, okay. So one thing I don't know. It kind of bugs me because I've always been a fan of Norse mythology, like Vikings and stuff. Proprietary differences. Fox owns too much. Fox owns X-Men. I believe they only have the rights to X-Men and what else? There's one other thing I believe they own. But as far as like fucking Moon Knight, Punisher, or no. Is Moon Knight Marvel? Yeah, Moon Knight is Marvel. Moon Knight, Punisher, fuck. Man-Thing. Man-Thing's a super obscure one, but I would love to see him in something. That'd be dope. Maybe in Thor Ragnarok. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. I feel like they did like certain movies and they're like, all right, these are the people that like folks like the most or whatever. So we'll ride with them. And I don't know. I've even been critical of that with the X-Men movies. There's certain things that I feel they didn't really explore enough. They could have done more with characters. And it would have made for like really great either cinematic moments or at least like the movies itself. So, I don't know. But either way, so the Norse mythology thing, this kind of bugs me. They, like Marvel was just kind of like, it's like they found out about Norse mythology and then they were like, alright, let's take every character we can and throw it in. But like, it's all just so fucking... It's so weird the way that like it translates to the movies. Okay, so in the comics, the big wolf that you see Hulk fighting, Fenrir, him and Hela, however you want to pronounce it, in the comics, if I'm not mistaken, those are actually Loki's kids. Those are actually like his son and daughter. Probably not going to put that in the movie because it seems like they've stuffed a fucking lot in this movie, like character-wise and everything. It's just... I don't know. It's so weird, like, the way, like, certain stories go, and I don't know. It confuses me, and it bugs me a bit. Honestly, if I have to say, like, the best thing, present day Marvel is the Daredevil series for me. Well, I'd have to say the Daredevil series and Deadpool. Yeah. Oh, damn. X-Men, or fucking Old Man Logan, though. See, when they do certain things, like when they break out of like, excuse me, when they break out of the like Disney box, they make really, really dope stuff. When they stay within this like box, like these confines, it's like, I don't know, man. Things are way too lighthearted and jokey for me. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's certain things that like tonally and like setting situation wise for the characters to go through, like there's just these certain dark moments and I don't know, it just doesn't come through like through the Marvel movies at least. Goddamn Disney. And also like this is all coming off like I hate, like I'm a Marvel hater. I like how the latest films, he wasn't so cartoony and you could see the humanity in Hulk's face, unlike the first standalone. Yes. Hope they don't overdo it. Damn it! These fucking comments. It'll pop up again. X-Men Apocalypse, I saw that in your comment though, and damn it, that movie sucked. Here's the thing. That was one of my favorite fucking comic like stories. And just like that whole movie, I was like, what is happening right now? Oh, there we go. X-Men Apocalypse. It felt like a pinball getting hit from all angles. I just didn't enjoy that one. Yeah, exactly, man. I don't know. And even the thing is, like, people were like telling me like, oh, it might not be a good movie, but wait till you see the Wolverine scene. And the Wolverine scene came, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is it? It could have been better. It could have been a lot better for me, honestly. But this is all, like I said, this is all like sounding like I'm like a huge Marvel like hater. But I actually am I actually do like Marvel. I fucking probably have more Marvel collector cards than I do from my like baseball cards as a kid and everything. I don't know. I don't really feel like I need to sit here and justify it at the same time. The folks that have been with me for long enough know I fuck with Marvel and DC. It's just, man, why'd you let Disney do the shit? So many good stories were yeah, exactly. Thank you, Hamilfet. Not a hater, it's just about the quality of the films. And let's not forget, Blade is a Marvel movie. So, yeah. I don't know. Marvel's just confusing to me. And honestly, like, I'm gonna say it, I hope that people criticize DC and like Dawn of Justice and everything. I got a tickle in my throat today. For like being like more dark. I enjoyed that. I liked seeing Bruce Wayne in these dark moments where, you know, he had been through so much. Like his fucking basically like his son has been murdered by his fucking arch rival. You know, he's watched good guys come and go. Love Blade. Oh yeah, the Spike TV series of Blade. That was weird. That was a super weird one. But yeah, no, I don't know. I liked seeing like these heroes hit these very dark and human moments. And now in Justice League, it is a bit brighter because it's said in the trailer. You know what I mean? Like, Superman was a beacon of hope. He helped people see the best in them. Batman had given up on society. He had basically just turned into like this. He wasn't taking down these criminals basically to save Gotham. He was taking down these criminals just because they were his enemy now. And I don't know, through all like shit with like Superman and everything, it brought out that like hope in him and that humanity again. And I like seeing that. People like a comeback story. I don't know. This next topic. Oh, Hamilfet. The characters have to hit that low to become the hero. Well said, sir. Okay, this next topic might be a little bit controversial for some. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, and then we'll preface it a little bit. Jacob, story arcs are key. It's true. That's actually, before we get into this last one, that's the one thing that, like, if I'm watching a show, and, like, it just feels like there's really no character development, the story really doesn't go anywhere, it's just, I can't watch that shit, man. I don't know, I like Game of Thrones and like Walking Dead, like stuff like that, because we see these people go from like these shy, timid, fearful creatures really, and through all these crazy obstacles and all these fucking crazy things that they somehow make it through, they have these moments where they become the hero and they have like that shining moment. And their story arc is complete, and sometimes they get to just like be happy. More often than not on those shows, once your story arc is complete, that's when everyone's like, well, you're probably gonna die soon. So, I don't know. I like shit like that. I like the story arcs, the moments of like having to say goodbye to those like beloved characters, I guess. But yes, to the controversy. Okay. HBO announced they were going to be doing a show called Confederate. Basically, it's a show about if like slavery had never ended and like continued to like present day. And yes, I know there's people who are going to be like, well, slavery never did end. Look at the prison system. Not what I'm talking about. But this has sparked a huge outrage from people. And honestly, I don't agree with it. No, I agree with the show. I don't agree with like people being mad about it. And here's my standpoint of it. And let me preface it by saying, for those who may not be familiar with this channel, not racist at all. I honestly I don't even understand like why people are racist. I just fucking the thought, like the whole concept of it does not make sense to me. I don't know. It just doesn't matter to me. If you're a good person, you're a good, genuine person, that's what's up. If you're a shitty person, white, black, whatever, you're a shitty person. And I don't want to fucking, I just don't want to be around you. That's it. Okay, so now, that's done. A lot of people are saying that, like, this show shouldn't happen because it deals with, like, the idea that if, like, what would the world be like if slavery had never ended? You know what I mean? Like African Americans being enslaved, made to work in fields, made to work in the houses, whatever. Like, what would the world be like if that never ended? Oh, Hamilfat. We are all slaves. We have to work and have 3 incomes to make it. Fuck, yeah. Basically. But, okay, so people are mad because, like, that's the show. Like, that's what the concept is. When the fuck do we just stop exploring possibilities because someone might be mad about it? Do we just stop making art because it's going to offend somebody? If I make a movie about a serial killer, does that mean that I support serial killers and that I am, like, you know what I mean? Like, I support that behavior? No. You're exploring art. You're exploring possibilities that more than one person has had. You know what I mean? And it's just, I feel like, okay, so what is it? The Man in the High Castle? I haven't seen the show. I've heard about it. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone out there has seen it. The Man in the High Castle, I believe it's like what the world would be like if the Russians took over. Or like the Russians had won the Cold War or something like that. I think that's it. It's either Russians or Nazis. Whichever one. Hamilfet. When we are shown aliens and we finally become the human race instead of black, white, brown, and yellow. Yeah. It's so dumb. So fucking dumb. I don't know. Okay, let me throw... I need to throw this out here before we continue with these. I mentioned it recently. I can't remember which video specifically, though. Anybody out there who's like, cultures have never met, aren't supposed to mix together, we've never done it, blah, 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 blah. Go and look into the Silk Road. Cultures, societies, everybody, like fucking, what is it? I want to say, I know it was around in Genghis Khan's time, so 1200s, the Silk Road was active. In the 1200s, the Silk Road was active. And this is where different societies, different cultures would use to bring different goods, and they would stop and talk to each other and trade silks for cotton and trade different, like, plants and everything. Like, they would fucking mingle, and they would, like, man, anybody who says this shit isn't supposed to happen, cultures aren't supposed to mix, you're fucking dumb. That's it. Honestly, well, if you're a racist, you're fucking dumb anyway. Let's be honest about that. No beating around the bush. Like, if you straight up look at someone and be like, well, I don't like you because of the color of your skin. Well, you're a fucking idiot. Alright. God, man, racism pisses me off. Gets me all worked up. Anyway. But yeah, man, fucking stop. Everybody just fucking stop. We're all humans. Cultures and everything has fucking been intertwined and mingled for fucking centuries. Yeah, I bet Jacob's fucking just dying, getting me all worked up and fucking racisms. I don't know. It's just a fucking such a weird concept to me. I don't get it. But either way, the Silk Road. Go look into that. That was the main point of all of that. Okay, but yeah, so I feel like the Man in the High Castle, The Watchmen, like those were like alternate realities. Like those were exploring possibilities, whether it was like, what if the Nazis had won World War II, and what if like the Russians had won the Cold War? To racists, I told you not to be stupid, you morons. Yeah. Fuck. Anyway, but it's like, if it's about the Russians winning, if it's about the Germans winning, and, you know, it doesn't matter about how many Jewish people were enslaved. It doesn't matter how many Jewish people were fucking killed and tortured. It's like the only possibility and the only, like, thing we're not allowed to explore is slavery. And I don't agree with that. Because one, it's just art. It's a show. It's exploring a possibility. It's exploring exploring a very real possibility as well. Like, that's the thing. Like, yes, it ended, but what if it didn't? Like, that's a very real thing that could have happened. And I don't think we should fucking attack directors and producers and writers for creating a movie or creating a show like that just because you don't agree with what they want to explore. Because like I said, if it's about the Nazis taking over, well, that's all good. What would have happened if World War II, if they won? You know what I mean? If the Russians won the Cold War, it's like, man, Hamilfet, raised Catholic, wife is Jewish, sister is a converted Muslim, and we all had above Christians. God damn it, I hate these comments. They gotta fucking keep these up, like, longer. God, YouTube. It'll pop up again. I saw something about Wiccan as well, so that's actually really sweet. Ah, got it. And we all had the above plus Christians. Wiccans and atheists at my wedding. I'm a Heinz 57 for sure. Very interesting. That would be dope. I would, man, that's the type of shit I would love to have. Like, I would love to just sit at that dinner table. My mouth stopped working. I would love to be able to just sit at that dinner table and just, like, listen to, like, the discussions. So many different, like, outlooks and beliefs with that. Man. Thank you for bumping it as well. That helps. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't feel... Dinner table. Dinner's ready. We all had a great time because nobody was asshole. That's the thing, man. Like, if you get sensitive and you get fucking worked up about this stuff, I think, like, I don't know, part of you might just be an asshole. You know what I mean? It's like, why aren't we allowed to make art and explore things that, when you really look at it, could have been a very real possibility? Why aren't we allowed to explore certain ideas? I don't know. It goes back to the whole, I've said it, you know what I mean? It's become too easy to get food, so we have to put that, like, aggression and that fucking frustration somewhere. And nowadays, because there's just so much, like, content coming at us, movies, shows, whatever, that's what we're allowed to attack. People are afraid of themselves for some reason. I don't know, man. People are something of themselves. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like, nowadays, it's like, oh, I'm hungry. All right, let's go get something to eat. I walk down the street. I can pay somebody to make my sandwich for me. I can go to the grocery store and buy already, like, cut up meat if I want. Like, there's no work. I don't have to go and hunt for this shit. I don't have to worry about predators behind me. So, like, all that frustration, that aggression about worrying about, like, the next tribe coming to steal your shit, or, you know, a predator taking you out while you're hunting. Like, all of that isn't a part of our society. So now we have to put that aggression and that energy towards something else. And we go to what's coming at us most. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm sure there's been things about Game of Thrones that people have gotten worked up about and shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like if it comes to a point where now people get upset, so we're not allowed to make art and explore possibilities or even explore our own ideas, what's the point of doing it? What's the point of making movies? What's the point of making music or shows or anything? If small, really, if you think about, like, the whole population, really, like, it's a small majority of people. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like if we stopped making art and doing all that because of that small majority of the entire population, what the fuck were we doing? We wouldn't have so many amazing movies, so many amazing inspirations. I'll classify them as inspirations, because whether it's a movie, a show, a video game, just a painting, whatever it is, a fan film on YouTube, like there's so many different like outlets for like inspiration we have nowadays, that it's like if we didn't if the artist themselves just was like, I'm not going to do this because someone might be offended. If Hamilfet said, I'm not going to fucking make these helmets because someone might be offended, I changed their like a character from Star Wars. It's like, man, what the fuck? Thank you. I don't care who gets butthurt anymore. Those same people don't care about who they upset. Exactly. Keep exploring, share less. What? Jacob, I don't agree with that, sir. That's what I'm saying. If we keep exploring, but if we share less, just because somebody might be upset about it, what are we doing? You know what I mean? We have to explore these ideas. We have to explore these possibilities and put them out there in the world. You know what I mean? It's one of these things, like, there's so many different, like, it could be the smallest scene in a movie, self-exploration, share to those heads who appreciate. Okay, I got you. I agree with that. But yeah, it's one of those things, like, it could be the smallest scene in a movie, and just something about that scene. It could be the line that somebody said. It could change somebody. It just makes something click in their mind. Oh, what movie was I watching? Or no, it was actually, weirdly enough, it was an episode of Hemlock Grove. The kid Peter on that show said, like, because he's a gypsy or whatever. I said that like it was like a gross thing, but I don't have anything against gypsies. He said to himself, hence Instagram, finding like-minded people. Exactly, Hamilfet. Oh, had a bad connection there for a second. Shit. Okay, yeah. So Peter, somebody asked, like, you know, what are your like gypsies like and everything? And he said, like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like we're always like there's always another hill, and we want to see what's over it. And that's how I feel about life. And like, I don't know, it was so weird, because like lately I've been like weirdly feeling like, I don't know, I'm not satisfied with something. Like I'm just not, I don't know, like I'm just always hungry for something. Not like food, but like, you know, it's just, I don't know. There's something that's in me where I'm just like, I always feel like I need to fucking find something. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see what's over this hill. Like, what view is there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I hear, like, oh, did you know there was, like, a town, like, just example, like, an hour from you, there's an abandoned amusement park. It's like, I have to see it. Like, it will bug me until I fucking see it. Like, I don't know. I'm always looking for that next hill to climb over and see the view. It's weird. And, like, through doing that, like, you know what I mean, to bring it back around, seeking accomplishment, yeah, it's weird. I don't know, to bring it back around, it's like, you know, that's what filmmakers do, that's what musicians do, you know, they're always looking for that next hill to see the view. And when you really stop and think about it, when we're like, oh, everything's been done, there are places we haven't explored, and that's what filmmakers do. You know what I mean? Like, and if we start limiting that and we start saying you can't do this and you can't do it on this topic or whatever, it's like, man, well, what the fuck are we doing then? Like, you know what I mean? We can't just have all comic book movies or fucking romantic comedies. Hell, I love Mini Adventures, Mr. Fett Hamill. Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We can't. That's just, people gotta fucking relax. It's gotten too easy to get food, and now we put that energy towards things that, like, really don't need it, and aren't gonna change us or the world at the end of the day. Like, if really, like, somebody got a show taken off the air because they were upset, are you gonna, like, get a plaque made and put it on your wall and shit, and, like, fucking stare at it while you, like, eat your dinner and shit, and, like, shine it every day? You know, The fuck does that really do for you? Too easy to get food, downfall of society. Go look at the Russian famine. Oh, Miss Kaiju, you're shaking. Now she's gonna start rolling around on the bed. Bunch of hangry assholes running around. Yeah, it's gonna get too easy to get food. We're gonna run out of food. We're gonna run into the Russian famine. And then we become the food. George Lucas was told he couldn't do Star Wars. Imagine if you listened to that shit. Oh my god. I don't even want to imagine that. I forgot to put my phone on silent. Either way. We're gonna get out of here. Taking my sip of my coffee because I wanted to do that. Alright. Thank you for joining me, my brothers. Awesome conversations this morning. Man, I really like doing these morning coffees. And I really appreciate you guys joining me and everything. I appreciate the folks that watch it afterwards. For the folks that watch it afterwards, I'm going to end on that. For the folks that watch it afterwards, like, share, subscribe, comment below, please. Might not reply, but I promise I do read them. This has been Morning Coffee with Juvy. Remember, in Mother Russia, food chain eat you. Have good day. Awkward finish every time.